Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Bricks Gentleman, and today I want to welcome you to kind of the last presentation of this year from the MOC40 of Bricomime. So it's that time of the year where you sit down and reflect on what has happened the past year, and maybe you make plans for the new year. That depends on how you work, or how you live, or how you process, or how you do things. So, and today we have a complete walk through all of the presentations. I'm not sure if I will comment all the 1 hour of worth of video. I don't think so. But you can have a look at all the pictures and enjoy all the presentations in a quick combination, a very fast combination. I think we will have the first presentation. We will comment. I think. Oh, you maybe see. Oh, let me think. That is Baseplate 1A? Oh, it's Baseplate 1A. If I remember correct. Beside you have Baseplate 0A with the watchtower. And afterwards it's a negative baseplate. Maybe if this is the first video you see, or the first presentation you see part of the MOC number 40, which consists out of 18 baseplates. So you have baseplates without a letter, that's the back row, baseplate with the letter A, that's the middle row, and baseplate with the letter B, that's the front row. And you have from -1 to +4. So you have 6 multiplied by 3. So it makes 18 base plates. And I'm getting a little bit tired, so I hope you don't mind. And I hope you can enjoy the pictures. So it's a lot have been done this year. As you see. Oh, I think the complete front row was missing. Oh, maybe that one is a little bit too fast. You can't follow. It's difficult to follow. Okay, that's a little bit of a problem if you speed up things that have already been sped up. Oh, there. You see a lot of empty base plates, and they will all be full by end of this year, or by end of this movie. So here we have the -1 base plates. Oh no, sorry. Oh, that's -1 you see on the front, and that one with the rocket is baseplate 0. Without a letter because it's in the back row. And yeah. Okay. I think all the upcoming we will be a little bit too fast. And this. But don't mind, you can always have a look at the presentations, or you can always have a look at the channel of Bricomime, and you get a slower version, depending on what you want. So my presentations are normally a little bit faster than the movies from Bricomime. So you have a little, or you have some variation. And depending on what you want, if you want to have a look in the detail and how things are constructed, you can always have a look at Bricomime's movies. And if you're more interested about the progress, you can have a look at my movies. And if you want a German one, you can have a look at, I don't know, the Mister of the Bricks, or Half von Bricks. So you have options. So, and here we see baseplate -1A, and it's interesting to see that completely empty. That's one of the baseplates that are already finished. So it's, or at least till now, but that's one of the baseplates that won't grow in height. Oh, they will, but there are no pillars at that baseplate, so. Or maybe in the future things will change, because that's the thing with the bricks. You can always change. That's not fixed. You can always redo things and change your opinion. Yeah, you have a lot of rock work. It's quite impressive how little was was there at the beginning of this year. It's if you only see that from week to week, you don't see that much progress, but if you see it in that time span, you see a lot of progress. I think all the negative base plates we were empty, and all the base plates at the row B were empty. And the negative base plates were all completed, at least for now. Or the negative one. So there's still the option to grow to the left. So -2, -3. I think you can imagine how that will progress. But it's interesting to see it at that speed. It's quite impressive. Sometimes you do things and you forget how much progress you made until you look back and you see, it's another empty base plate. that base plate is now completely full. So I think by that video, it's worth subscribing to my channel, to subscribe to the channel of Precomime, because there will be a lot of progress in the future as well. Yeah. And if you want to see what has been constructed last year, we did the same procedure last year. And I think we will do the same procedure next year. And maybe next year, the year after. So when we can say the same procedure as last year, the same procedure as every year. I needed to place that joke. So, yeah, a lot of rock work, and you see the original set with the satellite dish. It will be way bigger. And you see a basic internal construction, but there will be a lot of details in the future. So, well, there are already a lot of details, so you will see that in the coming minutes. So, it's very interesting to see that in that speed. It's for the first time for me as well. It will be difficult to find comments in German, because it won't be the first time because I'm doing the English comments first. You have the inner walls to clean up the rock, so you don't see the rocks from the back. It's just to make a nice room out of it. And we will have some nice sceneries. I'm not sure if I will, or James will link all the presentations. Maybe the first and the last, and you can follow along. Because in each presentation, the last one is linked. The last one is linked, or no, not the next one. So maybe I asked James to do all the work. So, we need some windows here and there. And you see the buildings coming together. Yes, it's an amazing rock work, if you see it like, with all these details. And it's all about the details. Well, yeah. And we will have some stairs to the roof as well, and on the roof we will have the satellite dish. And it was a very small Lego set. And now it's a big building. Okay, it's still only half a building because the back wall is missing, so that's the cut of the MOC. And you will have some rocks on. That's a really kind of old building with a lot of rock, well integrated into the rock, and a lot of different colors. But it looks really nice. It will look really nice when the plants are placed, and a lot of tiles. That's a lot of work. And it's really impressive. I hope it's impressive for you as well to see the progress. Now we had at the beginning of this presentation we had we had 3 empty base plates, and now we all have some basic structures. Basic structure, plural, singular, not plural. And here you see the satellite dish, and that will have some shaft later on going through the whole building. So you have the idea of some motor driving the satellite dish. It's not really motorized, because till now there's no need, but it would be possible to motorize it if you find. Or if, well, would be possible. And now you see the Junkertown sign. I think that was some modification from Precomime already. So the original said it had stickers, and that was not very nice. So, and it looks way better if it's brick built. It's a little bit bigger, but, and maybe next year we will also see the motorbike, of course, without the wheels, because there are no roads in this MOC. Or maybe if you know from last year, there's a tiny little bit of road on the baseplate 0. But that's all of the road, because in that world the cars are flying. Well, there's no need for roads. And another staircase on the backside of the mountain. There will be some exits, some building as well. It's a bit difficult to follow with a lot of movement. But yeah, it's, as I said, you can always have a look at the slower versions. You will find a lot of movies on Precomime's channel, and another small satellite dish. I think that was a set from Blue Bricks. That will be reused here. Well, kind of changed, so it looks really nice. Some pipes and more details. It's all about the details. Okay, the interior still looks very empty, but I can promise you it will look complete. You see a very, very fast overview again. And you see a lot of empty base plates if you... still the base plate. So the base plate... where I told you the watchtower will be is base plate 0A. That's the base plate you see now. That was empty except for the... I think the pillar was already there, so... You have the black surrounding. That's the place of the pillar. And now you have some details. And you see the base plate 1 in the back, there's a little bit of road, and the base plate 1A has an idea of leftover road. Maybe that's a road of times when cars still drove on a road. Nowadays, or in that creation, there's no need for roads. You can think of stories. Maybe that's kind of a future where the land was flooded once, and maybe, but it wouldn't make sense to have some buildings on the floor, especially the ones with road, because that building would be one of the older buildings. So I'm not sure. Or maybe they just used a piece of road and rebuilt the building. It all started with the base plate 1, as you can imagine. That was the Hero Tower. No, Hero Base. The Hero Base it was. I think a combination of 2 Avengers sets. I see. Now the base plate 1A is at the base plate 0A. It looks detailed now. It's still missing some action, but now the landscape is complete. So we had the negative base plates were empty. So these three, we had the complete, we had the three, and so we had 9 empty base plates. So half the base plates were empty. That's a lot of progress we made this year. And now you can see the watchtower. It will be, I don't know how many angles, but it will be in very interesting shape. And since the building is in the front and will be always visible, it's interesting to have that kind of shape, because of most of the building are smaller and most of them are rectangular or very simple shapes. And since you have a lot of buildings, it still looks very chaotic. And we will have some cannon on the top, and the pillar will be integrated in the building, or the building will be integrated in a pillar, that way around. There's still no windows in that building, but that will come. I think that base plate is not finished because it has a pillar, so we will have another level. And next year we will continue with the other levels. So, and here we have a lot of details in the interior. It's like a control center. Or a watchtower back in. We have some monitors to monitor what's going on outside. And some walkway to the cannon, so in case it needs some service or some repair work that need to be done, somebody can go up there and have some basic repairs. And it's quite difficult to find a lot of comments, so I think we just enjoy how the cannon is built. Now we have some car chase. And another car. I'm quite sure that position will change. What? It was the first position of that orange pirate car. And that's chasing the white car. And the cannon is trying to defend the white car. And here we have the building on the base plate 1. And that will get an extension to the watchtower. To the watchtower. That's a new detail on that base plate. So maybe I thought once that base plate will be finished, but as I said, things can change. And here you get the link to the base plate 0. So you can enter from the hero base to the watchtower, and the base plate 1 to 3 is connected internally, so it's like one big building. So base plate 3 we have the Iron Man hall with a lot of different Iron Man suits, and base plate 2 there's a control center. And here we have the Flash, or 4 Flash, or maybe it's 1 Flash running very fast. And some minifigures. It's all about the details. And of course we will have a roof. And the dark blue stripe as a decoration of that building. And some lights, so because there's a landing platform beside it. So all the arriving planes we can see. And now we have a slower overview, but it's still very fast. So there's a little bit of a problem if you speed up everything. But it would take way too long to make all that in detail, so I hope you don't mind. Yeah, this sort of bunny car wash. And the base plate 4 with all the forest. And now you see base plate 1, base plate 1, 2, 3. And now we continue with the base plate 0B. So the base plate with the Junkertown sign is base plate -1B. And beside. And then you see the black square. That's an empty space for another pillar. And you have 5 pillars. Yeah, from 0 to 4. And all the pillars will be connected with each other. So I hope that will be stable enough to support the upcoming ideas. We will see. Because there's no room to grow in width, but there's a lot of room to grow in height. There's still a lot of room to the ceiling, so. And maybe to when we find some space to continue in the other direction. But it depends on your support as well. And now we get the hole for the shaft. So for the idea that it's motorized. And we have some pipes and some technical details. Because we see the interior still looks very boring. But that will change also. Because as I said, that base plate is already finished, so it will look interesting. I can promise you that. Because it's already done. And we have some computers and a lot of tiles and some minifigures standing in front of the computers, and an engine room that's separated, and you have kind of an engine with some shafts going up, and at the walkway, and we have a small cave with some skeletons. Even every space has to be used for details, even the space you rarely will see in the future. You can see because you can put the blades apart, but you will rarely see it. But it looks nice for the moment. And we have some robot doing some repairs or taking care of the machines. And more tiles and some desk for discussions. And another walkway with this triangular tiles. It's a nice way to use all the grey and yellow triangular tiles and some boxes and some wheels, maybe for valves, and you see minifigure. And another cave that has to be used. Another small cave with some rocks. And also some tiles for the stairs here and there. Some small bed. You can see it right now. And some tanks and more technical details. Well, and more details. So some gas tanks or oil tanks or whatever you would need. And another gas tank below the rocket. That's maybe to fuel the rocket. That's just a way to use the space. I think that was from a set that Bricomime never built on a channel, so it's a nice way to use the space. And now you see the orange car has been placed somewhere else. And you see the satellite dish is turning. It's very fast. And I'm sorry for that. But the movie took very long to render, and I think it failed once or twice, so I don't want to risk it again. And I don't want to make the comments again. And now we have we're going to the gray base plates. So the -1 and the 0, we have some tan base plates with more desert-like area, and here we have a more rocky area, if you can say it like that. That's so. And in base plate 4 we have a more forest-like, or at least a green area, and this will be a scrapyard. So you see a lot of sets that are partly parted out. That will be base, the base of the, or will be the scrap that is placed in the scrapyard. So that's a nice way to use parts of sets. And here you see the spaceship, and the windshield has been removed and replaced by some trans black pieces. And you have some details of a mech and some trucks. And of course we will lose the wheels, because there are no wheels in this MOC. Except for the steering wheels. But there are no wheels in this MOC. And you see the dishes. Oh, it's a nice little old set. And it's a nice way to integrate such an old set in such a creation. And you see the Mickey Mouse airplane, and that will also, or parts of it, and it will be heavily damaged and also integrated in that creation. And of course we will have a fence around the scrapyard. I think some details of the scrapyard are still left for next year. And you see the olive green, it's olive green, yeah. Oh no, it's sand green, blue bricks truck. And you see it has a destroyed windshield as well. Or it got a destroyed windshield. And a lot of parts are missing. So it's only some parts are still left of that truck. And you see the dishes. There was a flying truck at one point as well. Or at least in our imagination. And the yellow truck also has no windshield. And some brown and some dark tan pieces to imitate rust. And some destruction as well. And it looks really destroyed. It looks like it belongs to a scrapyard. And you see the dishes. It was a flying truck. Or at least in that scenario. And it's difficult to place all these sets there so that we won't fly around and you see the dogs chasing the cats outside the fence. Or barking at the cats that are walking outside the fence. And you see really how the scrapyard comes together. That's interesting. And another pillar. And it will be a pillar worth standing in a scrapyard. So it has some destruction on the wall as well. With the slopes and inverted slopes and the dark tan inside. And on the other pillar it's the same story. So maybe some crane crashed into that pillar by moving stuff in the scrapyard. Or somebody crashed things into the pillar. And we have some connection in between the pillars. And more bricks. And that's the upper side of the pillar. It's difficult to capture that in the movie, so it's difficult with that angle. But that's the outer side, and we will have some evil creatures from the jungle town, or from the desert, trying to invade the city. But we have the watchtower, and we will have defending creatures as well. Maybe that's why the people with the guns are coming down from the elevator tower, from the base plate 1A, because we want to defend the city, or we want to defend the watchtower, the elevator tower. So, here we have another very fast overview. Or maybe I have to make another presentation with all the overviews. Or with all the upcoming, Precomime always calls them upcoming movies or upcoming base plates. So the idea is to show the empty base plates. So you get the idea what will be next. And here you see the elevator tower. That looks difficult. How Precomime tries to build inside the city. But it's interesting for you to see. So you get the idea how it's integrated in the city. But I think he never tried that again for some reason. Maybe we will see it on the front base, on the base plate 4, I think, again. But 4A, or no, 4B. But that's a base plate in the front row, so. Now you see it on the building table. And there's a reason for that. That will be an antique shop. We have a man with a cylinder and a hook for a hand. We have a lot of shelves with a lot of things, and some skeletons, some sculptures, and we have Hagrid and Harry. I don't know how they are called in that scenery, but the original minifigures are Hagrid and Harry from Harry Potter. Maybe in that creation it's just a giant with a small kid. And we have another floor. So that's the next level, and some stairs, and so now we see the next floor separated. We will have kind of 2 apartments, you can call it like that, maybe, or we will have one halfway decent apartment and one place to sleep. I wouldn't call it an apartment, but you will see. And we have some technical things, and a sign of the antique shop. So that's an angry cat. Maybe the antique shop is called the Angry Cat. And here you see the room with the toilet and a bed and a lot of things. And you see some ninjas trying to enter that room. Maybe there's an evil creature inside. Or maybe the ninjas are the evil ones. Right. And here we have the next apartment with a small toilet and a small kitchen and some nice bed and some decoration and a wooden floor. So, that one is okay. The floor changed a little bit, but still a lot of decoration. And the person stopped lifting weights and stopped to have a look through the door because something is going on outside, and she could be a very curious person. And here we have another fast overview, and we have another construction in the MOC. So that's base plate 3. No, that's base plate 2A. Yeah, that's base plate 2A. Connected to base plate 3A. So the base plate with the wolf and the tank, that's base plate 3A, the gas station. And now we see everything that has been constructed, we see it now on the building table, because it's way easier. You see the 10 supports where on the supports you see that are just temporary. And we have some reception desk. That's maybe, or that could be maybe a company. That's still not finished because that's something for next year. That's something for the upper levels. We have some nice decoration that will be visible from outside. We have some alien, that's a guest maybe. And we have some Mandalorian, maybe that's a worker, an employee in that company. And we have some small fish restaurant with just enough place for a small kitchen and one desk. Well, that's okay. The idea is to fit as many details as possible in a very small space. And we also will have the mafia storage. So you have the mafia's boss or the mafia office, and in the back you will have the storage. So that, or maybe it's the mafia. But at least we are heavy armored. We have a lot of weapons and things, and we have some graffiti on the wall. So here we have coming a Hot Wheels space truck. That's a MOC. I think that truck has been multiple MOCs. It's gone through some stages, if I remember correct. That's one of the older MOCs from Precomime. So he made a lot of different MOCs out of that truck. It used to be some racing version as well, but now it's a space truck, and now it has a permanent place in the MOC number 40. So there are a lot of different creations, and that's a combination, I think, out of so some Hot Wheels truck, or Mega Constructs Hot Wheels, and some Lego Star Wars set. So, and now we have another very fast overview. I'm really sorry for that. So, but you see the space truck and all that things, but a very fast way. Now we saw the Iron Man Hall, and here we have the space truck again, and the Hot Wheels truck with the containers. Yeah, here we saw the space truck in a little bit slower. So that's placed on baseplate 3 and baseplate 2B to baseplate 3B. It's kind of connecting these two base plates, and it's hovering in the air. And beside you saw it's also Hot Wheels, or combination out of Hot Wheels and Blue Bricks, or the container from Blue Bricks, and the truck, or at least the bricks and the idea is from Hot Wheels. It's heavily modified. But it's nice that you can use different brands and connect them and build something completely new. And you have a lot of different colors. So Hot Wheels will have very interesting colors. It's difficult to use them, but if you do it properly, you have a very nice set. Now we see the baseplate 4B. You have a small river. So the river starts, I think, in baseplate 4A with the money car wash, and it continues to baseplate 4B. And it's a baseplate. I'm not sure I don't think we finished that, but in the last presentation we have some steps belonging to that baseplate. So we have the Winnie the Pooh house and the four Pro 4 apartment. I don't know how the set is called, but and some botanical garden, all integrated in that baseplate. Anyway, it's interesting to see how the landscape comes together and how it's going from gray to green, and you have some river and you have a lot of plants. And here we have the baseplate 3A, I'm sorry, baseplate 3B. I'm confusing myself. Yeah. And we have a little concert on a junkyard, because you have to have a concert on a junkyard, of course. You have Batman and you have a really crazy drummer. I'm not sure if there was a real life inspiration about that. And you have two pillars, but they will be connected into one pillar. So you have the pillar on the left, I think, is the half a pillar, and the pillar on the right is the pillar going all the way to the top. So the pillar on the left is more decoration, but maybe it helps a little bit. And of course we will have buildings integrated into the pillar, that's for sure, because you have to have some buildings. And a lot of details, so that the junkyard really looks messy, and some people's watching the concert. I don't have a big crowd on the junkyard, but... And of course Batgirl or Batwoman. And we have a mosh pit. Of course you have to have. If you have a concert on a junkyard, of course you have to have a mosh pit. And we have some drones flying around, collecting things out of the junkyard. And a video drone as well. I'm not sure, maybe I don't think you see it anymore. But now you see it in the corner. You have a drone with a video camera. And we need some support in the containers, because we have to carry a lot of weight, because the truck is supported with the containers. So. And another pillar and a tank on the pillar. And a lot of details, some bottles, some tools and stuff lying around. And the pillars were destroyed as well. So that's more stuff. Some bees and some papers and I see, it's starting to look really interesting. And if you think, at the beginning of this presentation, all the base plates were all empty. At the beginning of this year, all the base plates were empty. So that's impressive. And another tank, and all these tanks are connected with each other. And I think these tanks are... Oh, I'm not sure. I don't know. No, we're connected with the ground. We're not connected with the tank on base plate 3A. But there will be some lab on the top of these base plates, or no, in between the pillars, not on the top. It's interesting to see the pillars grow that fast. And you see again the Hot Wheels trucks with the container and the container below. That could be a nice little MOC on its own. So maybe if Pricomime will join one day an exhibition, that could be a very interesting MOC. And you have some bone shaker tiles, just maybe as advertisement on the pillars. These are nice printed tiles. And another house that will be... I think that was a set from some third party bricks, and it will be changed. And it was open on one side, so that can't be used in the MOC. And it will be changed into a house with two layers and an external staircase. So you have to walk outside if you want to go from the bedroom to the... And I think that house doesn't have a toilet. Yeah, that's not so important. At least it has a nice little bedroom. Bedroom, not bathroom. It's getting late and I'm getting tired. Sorry for that. But the year is getting late as well. And the roof is very nice. And some plants and some cats, and a lot of details. You know, it's all about the details. And another flying creature. Of course, if you don't have streets, you have to fly through the air. You have to use your jetpack to get from point 1 to point B, or you have to use your flying car, like this flying truck. I think that was another MOC. I think all the cars you see have been constructed in separated MOCs, like the space truck with the swing open doors. There was a separated movie from Picomime. You see the river. And you always see the bunny car wash. It's very bright. And now we see the connection between base plate, I think 2B and 3B. And there will be some laboratory. And it will be all in black with dark trans black windows. And we have some Mandalorians and some Shima minifigures. So you have a lot of minifigures from different sets, different themes, just to make it really interesting to have a lot of different creatures. And we have purple and lime green. That's a nice color combination. And a black roof. And of course we need some chrome pieces as well. And another very fast overview. So, hey, I start to see a pattern here. Maybe next year, I tell the editor to slow down the overviews, but that will be a lot of work. And the pipes connected to the platform. And the platform is connected to the space, or will be connected to the space truck. So maybe that platform is loading the space truck. And here we have some Kada set. That's a bun shop. And that will be reused as well. So the bun shop will be separated with a separate door. And you have some lions from Shima running the bun shop. I think that the staircase that will be changed. But we will see. I think that it was too heavy to be supported by the pillar, so everything had to go closer to the pillar. But you will see. And most of the interiors reused again. So now yes, still looks the same. And still looks the same, or stairs are still the same. I think now is the point where Precomime realizes that will be too difficult to support all that weight hanging off to the side of the pillar, so it has to move closer to the pillar. Now I see that the stair will be external and the door will be in the pillar itself, so everything is closer to the pillar. I think you get the idea. I have some lion coming back again with a nice little cat. And now we have the connection. Oh, let me think. That's the connection from 2B to 3B? I think so. It's difficult to remember all of that. But I think Precomime recently posted an upcoming movie, and you can also have a look at that if you want to see how all the things are integrated. Or maybe we'll have a look at the end of the movie to an upcoming, and I will make some comments on that. Or you can wait until next year and we'll make some comments. We will figure out ways. And now you have the basic construction of the backside. It's just to get the levels and to get the idea of how things can be placed. Oh yeah, very fast. Now you see the upper construction, that's very impressive. And we will place details there as well. That will be something in the first quarter of the next year. We will have an upcoming where all the base plate, no, it's not base plates anymore, where all the blades on the next level are presented. And I'm not sure how long it will take to fill all of them and go to the next level. If the level is still stable, that's something that's not calculated. Oh, we have some fruit shop. And we will have some weapon shop here. Or some weapon storage. That's not really a shop. Or maybe not a legal shop. With a lot of weapons. I don't know what brands these are, but these are not official Lego pieces. That's some third party. Just we fit into a minifigure hand or in a sea lamp. And here you have Star-Lord and how is he called? I don't know. It's a raccoon or. And now I see another pillar. That's the pillar of the base plate 4A with the bunny car wash. And that will be changed because we need some connection from the base plate 4A to the base plate 4B to have some support for constructions in between. And I think the Blue's Diner was supported very weakly. So that has to change. We have the yellow muscle car. Now I see Blue's Diner again. And that will be supported by the base plate connecting, by the blade connecting the two pillars. And we need some support in between as well. And here you see the Winnie the Pooh house. And the tree will be reused. And the house will be kind of reused, but it will get 2 levels and it's the idea of the set, but it will be changed. It's rarely that a set can be used directly in this creation. Most of the time it's parts of the set and things are reconstructed. And you see all the minifigures are outside, because they are very lovely minifigures. And another platform. So now we come to the recent presentations. I think this is presentations of the last month, so we're getting closer to the end of this presentation. That's very interesting. You see some skeleton. Some pirate skeleton. I think That's another watch post or a hunting station. Now see the Winnie the Pooh house. And you see, it gets a stair. And additional windows on the lower floor. So you will have a living room on the lower floor and a bedroom on the upper floor. Oh, that's a nice little bed. With some flowers, and I think that's original from the set. So the windows on the upper floor, are just from the original set, because they look really nice. So why not reuse them? Ah, the roof will look different, and it's kind of modular. So I think you still will be able to. I'm not sure if it's modular. I think parts of the MOC number 40 is modular, so you can remove things. You can remove the ceiling and have a look into it later, but that will be difficult because there's a lot of stuff placed above it. Oh, we have some dinosaurs and a crocodile trying to catch the little pig. But don't worry, it will be hopefully rescued, or at least we get the idea that it will be rescued. And we have Spider-Man. Of course, we need a Spider-Man as well. It's the hero base. That's still an old name, so it's more a hero city or something like that. But anyway. And we have a lot of leaves on this pillar, so that pillar will be really green in the end. And here we have Protor's apartment. Oh. It's very messy. But that will be a complete apartment as well, so now it only has two walls. And no ceiling, so it will get 4 walls and a ceiling, and everything will be packed into that small space that you see in a moment. All the details you saw on the set will be integrated in that lovely little space. See, that's kind of modular, so maybe once that city has to be deconstructed or transported, so that could help. I know, a lot more leaves for the pillar. And some changes on the Winnie Pooh house. And another stair to the next level. Because we will have some botanical garden up there. I know that's the presentation I did last week, so still remember that. And the bunny car wash, I still love that. It's a combination out of a city set and a Lego Dream set. With, Ferrari going through that. And we have some connecting pipes and more details, and more pipes and things and some leaves and some details here and there. Oh. And we have Blue's Diner again. That's also a very crowded space. And Thanos gets a jetpack, otherwise he won't be able to move around. And here we saw Loki for a very short time, and we saw Batman. Of course, if we have... now we see Loki again, knocking on the door of Thor. Maybe paying him a visit. And the pillar gets another layer. And now we're coming to the end. So we only have 1 minute left. That was a very long presentation, but it was a huge progress this year, so yeah. If you enjoy the progress and if you want to see how it continues, please support. We appreciate your support. See, there's been a lot of work this year, but it's worth it to see all that progress. It's motivating for me as well to make future presentations if I see all that progress. And now we have the botanical garden split into 2 levels. That's another third-party set, but a lot of nice flowers. So, well, now we're really close to the end. So, I hope you had a lovely year, and I hope you will have a lovely little year next year. So, have a lovely day, and see you next year.